The topic is the STD Coalition, and we're talking to the director of the coalition, Ms. Whitlow. And of course, Ms. Whitlow, before we had our first commercial break, we promised that we'd give you an opportunity to continue to talk about the various STDs, I guess we could say, that we've not mentioned, and the impact that these diseases are having upon American society, especially upon African Americans.
Okay, well, and I want to go back to just visit just real briefly in 1998 and 1999, which is how STD-free began. At the health department, we recognized that our rates here in Nashville were higher than the national average. And so instead of the usual public health response, I think that Dr. Stephanie Bailey did some very brave things. She took some very decisive measures in that she already had around the city regional teams. And those regional teams at that time were addressing public health issues in specific parts of town. So the regional team in East Nashville began to look along with the clinic at the issue of syphilis in Nashville. And we decided to attack the issue a little bit differently from what you might expect from the health department. And so the response was, I think, a very smart one, and it's paid off for STD-free even to this day. So what happened was that we got together everybody that we could get together in Nashville, and we asked them to come to the Metro Health Department for a forum on the issue of syphilis. And now, Dr. Haney, most people don't want to talk about sexually transmitted diseases.
Very good.
They aren't interested particularly in HIV, and certainly syphilis, a curable STD, was not on the barometer of a lot of people. But I think that Bart Perky and Tina Lester and Dr. Bailey and several other of us that worked on the issue did a very good job in planning, and we were able to get individuals from politicians to people who work in youth service organizations to plain old lay persons who just had an interest in health in their community, media individuals, and most importantly, people from the faith community came out to that forum, and we were very happy with the numbers that came out. Now, what happened at the forum was that we had the data up on the walls, prominently displayed, and so that people could see not the issue just as a city issue, but down to the neighborhood level. And that was very important in galvanizing our community work groups, which out of that evolved Faith Work Group, which was headed up by Reverend Sanders, where we now are located inside the First Response Center, actually next door here to the studio. And Ms. Baldwin Tucker, Councilwoman Tucker now, with the Schools and Higher Education Action Group, and another action group was the Law Enforcement and Court Group.